Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am back. Today is Monday, October 21st, and I am back to say that on Friday I will hopefully have a video up on the November kits with an extra bonus in it. And I'm sorry guys, I was in doctor's appointments and tests today, and more tests are getting scheduled out and treatments, and it's like, and then I have to come back and just sleep. So some of the blood work did reveal that my white blood count is off and things like that. And now just getting doctors to address it. And one doctor wanted to aggressively address part of the low numbers, and the other one who had the blood drawn didn't even want to address it. It's so hard, guys. So and address it just with just like really basic stuff. It's not even major. So anyways, we got to go to church Saturday, and a friend of ours was, our old pastor was preaching, and he sent a message and he said, I'm going to be preaching, and we both agreed no matter what, we're going. And we'd hoped to be back to our church on Sunday for the first time, and I ended up taking a 4-hour nap on that Sunday afternoon, I got up that morning, slept regular Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon I slept for 4 hours. Sunday afternoon slept 4 hours. Afternoon and evening. It was just, I'm exhausted. Today I slept for, I think, 2 hours. Just because we went into the doctor's and I was worn out, and or else we tried to go vote, but we couldn't get through, couldn't get in. The lines were out the door, early vote. And then we did blood work within the doctor's office, and that was it. And I was out, just out cold. So my body is still requiring tons of sleep. And that's okay. If that's God's plan right now, and we know the body heals in sleep, and that's okay. But there's a lot of people who are wanting us, to be back in the swing of things. And I just, sorry there, guys. I just didn't recognize how long this was going to take. Wound care is going pretty well. They've signed me off for now, though today my doctor said, don't do XYZ. So I said, okay. He said, you still have to wait. And the wound care specialist said I had to wait before I can even address, because I have keloiding and scar built up and whatnot. And it's painful. That part's painful. There's no getting around that. But it's still sore. And there were still questions when they wanted to seal it up. And I was just like, hold on, this is the one thing that we didn't close it up. So we're just praying that the white blood count is not indicative of that there's still more abscess. And it's fatigued as I am, maybe it is, who knows. So we're just waiting to see. Body's still healing. That's just all it is. And my doctor today, it was our annual, and he was just like, by the way, what you went through was a big deal, and you're still tired because you went through a big deal. And I was just like, well, I shouldn't be now. And he's like, no, no, no. And then you injured your knee. No. So he was so nice. He was just very kind, and I appreciate that. And he just repeated, he was just, you went through a lot. Your body went through a lot. And it was just like, okay, okay. So, but we're partially unpacked. The house still, we came back to a big mess outside and inside. And I tried to, even when I was walking by the other day, to pull all the weeds out of my pots that were so beautiful when we left. And I told my husband, I can't even pull them. I can't even pull them. And I said, what are we going to do? And he goes, we're going to let it all freeze, and then I'm just going to go in there and rip everything out. And I said, okay. So we will not plant, if we go out of state again, we will not plant another garden. We both agreed that none of that will happen again. All that hard work, all that effort, all that money, we're just not going to do that again. And either that, or we're going to allow other people to come in and pick. I've had several people ask me, could they come in and pick while we're gone? And if I had known, I would have said, yes, of course you can. Of course you can. You can feed your family. And it was a lot to take care of, so we understand that. But we would have brought people in had we known, and had the house cleaned and things worked on. And there's just so much. Really pray. We're still trying to get my husband to understand he's got to get the mini house done so my daughter can move out, so we can get the shower converted, because I toppled the other day trying to get in and out of the shower. My knee's in that bad a condition. So the doctor in Florida was really blunt. The doctor in Austin they have been very direct, and they can't get surgery done until next year. I can't, and they wanted me to come in immediately, and I said, no, 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 let other people who are trying to have surgery have those spots. I'll take mine at the turn of the year. And they were just like, no, if you need anything. They were so kind, guys. So kind. So that's the health update. I'm just really tired and pretty weak, and I'm still struggling in a whole different level to walk, but won't give it up yet. And as soon as everything heals in my stomach area, then at least externally, I can then begin to get in a pool and go exercise my leg. It's not going to fix it. It's not going to correct it. It's not going to do anything unless Jesus heals it or I have a knee replacement, and that's it. That's it. That's where I'm at. So, and the reason I put it off, people have asked me, why'd you wait so long? And it was like, they've been looking at this for 15, almost 20 years, but definitely 15 years ago. And the reason why is that your knees have a 20-year shelf life, I was told. Knee replacements have a 20-year lifespan, and I was too young. And they kept saying, if you get it done now, you'll have to get it done again. And because it would be mechanical, it would have to be done. It wouldn't even be that I could decide it, kind of thing. So the question is still, does it have to be double stem? I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to go back to this doctor that I saw in 2019, I think it was, or 2018, and let them make that determination and redetermine what I need to do. I think that's it. On that side of it, we're still trudging through. That's what it is. Just slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady. And I've cleaned out tons of things that had to be cleaned out of the house to even just come back in and put our things away. And some of that is just my clothes. I've lost weight. I've put a little bit back on. But my doctor today was like, we're not going to worry about that yet. We got to get everything else ready. We got to get your health back. You got to get all your levels correct. He said, you've got to stop worrying about your diet and let's just get you healthy again. And I was like, well, I am. I mean, but I still have to be conscientious of that. And I am having a really hard time eating. And so again, processed food is easier. So I spent today for the first time making like egg bites, things like that. And I've got stuff mixed up in there right now to make custard pudding, the keto custard pudding, things like that, because I can eat those. They're soft. My stomach it was really hard to eat. And it all sounds good. And the first 3 bites are fantastic. And then I can't eat anymore. And then I'm hungry. I'm just hungry. It's just kind of a silly, weird place to be. But, anyways, but I'm eating more vegetables than I've eaten since I've gone on keto, because like I just had some cucumber slices that were peeled because I could eat those. And it sounded good and it wasn't crazy bad, that kind of a thing. So, but that's it on the health. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm so tired of talking about it. But thank you for everybody who's praying. Thank you for everybody who's been so kind and gracious and encouraging. God never leaves us. He never forsakes us. There are people who've gone beyond kind and showed kindness to me. And then those that, in all honesty, have broken my heart. And, we're just like, wow. I mean, wow. And it's affected my husband. It's affected me. And it's something that we just have to lay at the Father's feet and just love him and trust him. And he is showing us who we rely upon in life and who we can, reach out to and when to reach out to him. And sometimes it's good and some, that kind of thing. So we're working on it. We're working on it. It's slow and steady, slow and steady. So, all right, now the channel. So Friday, I'll be back with a video. Wednesday, I'll be finishing, Lord willing, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, at the latest, I'll finish kits. I'll mail out kits. I will send everyone an email and explain what my thought process is in this. In the kits, there will be the November kit. It will be a month of gratitude. And the way I'm going to work at that, I will explain a little bit more later. But I'm excited about this. I've known, and I was trying to get them out earlier, and I thought, you're trying to get, September and then October, and then now we're into November, and it was like, what is happening? But what's happening is my body's worn out, and I get it. And so I'm just going to have to slow down. And I hope you guys will understand. As we move forward, what I'm going to do, since we missed 3 months, I will add on 3 months, depending on knee surgery. We were talking about end of February, but there's something else we had to schedule today at the end of February. So I'll schedule knee surgery probably 1st of March, but like March 1, because we have tax season. So recovery, I'm not 100% about what the time frame is. And that's if it all goes perfectly, which sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, that kind of a thing. So, and with all my levels wonky right now, I don't want, to rush to surgery. The last thing I want to do is just come out with a bad recovery. But for our purposes here, I'm excited to come back. I'll explain once the kits have been shown and mailed out. Then I'll come back and share what God's laid on my heart so heavily. I was explaining to someone that when somebody's in this situation, pick up a phone, call them or text them or email them or send them a card or, send something that would encourage, because at this point, there are a lot of hours where you're just literally just looking at the ceiling. You don't want to watch TV. Like today, I put on TV just for noise because my husband and daughter are here. If I were here alone, I would have just slept without any noise on. And I was like really bad, old like 1990s Christmas movies, really bad. But, I mean, they're good, but you know what I mean? Not all of them are that good. And, but let them know. Let them know you're thinking about them, you're praying for them. Check in on them, make sure they're doing okay. Those are things, and you guys have done such a great job on that. I want to say thank you. But we see gaps, and so we're really at a point, even in our own walks and in our own future, because we're getting to that point where we're looking at retirement and all of that. Where do we want to end up? It's funny, the things that I kind of wanted, now my husband wants, and I haven't been saying anything this whole season. Nothing. And so it's kind of interesting, but we'll see. And then there will probably be some other surgeries in there, and I will share that if and when they come to be. But they will not, hopefully, God willing, they'll just knock me out for like a day or two. And, I'll still be able to hopefully kind of keep going and doing some things. So I'm also excited. I've got things to share with you guys that God laid on my heart during the season, like I said, and just how important certain things are in our walk that I have horribly failed at times in this journey. And then there have been wonderful things, and so I can't wait to share that with you guys. And, even things like, what do you pack? What should you have in your purse at all times before you go anywhere? As I was out and about and had to go into the emergency room twice. There are some things that God really taught me, so I'm hoping to share that with you guys. And then where the channel's going. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are. Sorry, I'm kind of tired today. I feel like I'm just like, my eyes are always like half open. But I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be with you guys. I'm so grateful that I don't even know how the channel even continued to exist, but you guys did that, and I want to thank you. And for those of you in the faith journaling, we are not giving up, and I will be sharing more about that more on Friday. That'll be the first video to come back, and I'm kind of excited about that. I've been thinking about it for like a week and praying about it, so I'm super excited. And what else is there? I think that's it. My arm's getting tired, so I'm going to have to go. But I love you guys, and you can tell my hand's twitching while I'm holding the phone. I'm so sorry. No, I don't have any stands out yet. I mean, they're over there, and then there's a wheeled one in the dining room area, but yeah. So anyways, but we're waiting. This week is trying to get another key component scheduled, because there was a lot of testing that took place that showed there were issues in two other areas that it was just like, what? and one will require surgery, but it won't require surgery immediately. So I can handle that at that particular specialist appointment that I go to once a year, and I usually do that in the spring. So I can wait on that one, but it will require surgery, and it will probably be, a major kind of thing. So, but I need my knee done first. I need some other things else done first, and I just have to trust that God's got a plan. So, and He does. He does have a plan for us. He has a plan for all of us. So keep seeking Jesus well. Keep loving Him. Keep serving Him. Keep yourself in the Word. And that is by reading, memorizing, writing, praying, and just trusting and talking to Jesus all the time. And I'm so grateful that in Florida and here, there's no one really around, so I can just talk to the Lord. I mean, it's just a lot. If it's anything, it's my husband and I, and then occasionally our daughter. And so I can just talk to the Lord. And literally, when you get up with as much pain as I've had in my whole midsection and then my knee, I just talk to Jesus. And my sister was really sweet. She called here recently and she said, that is the biggest scar for that surgery. It's such a long one. And I was like, yeah, it is. It is. It affects how I dress with clothing. It affects everything. And then all the complications that went on. So anyways, and then of course the pain in the knee. But if I hadn't had that injury in June, I would have been okay. I think I would have been able to be in less pain. Now I walk really wompy jawed, but that's okay. I'm walking, and that's what counts, right? I'm walking. And so, and today I walked around without even a cane. I do need the cane for any length of time, and to go to church or anything. When we went on Saturday, I'm so grateful I had the cane. Because it was at our old Messianic Jewish church in San Antonio, and there was a Sukkot, or a Feast of Tabernacles this weekend, and so it was wonderful. And we went outside to the booths, or Feast of Booths. There's multiple names, and so we were out on the grass, and so, but even our old pastor was just like, let's get you a chair, Chris. Let's get you right down here in front. And I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I was back in the area. I was like, no, I was in a chair. I was like, I'm good. But so sweet. And they sent us already pictures, and they have just loved all over our family. And I don't even know how to say it. I mean, he has been such a great pastor to our family, and we have so loved him. And even though he's retired, he still continues to pastor us, and we're so grateful for that. And it's all good, and I love his wife. His wife is the most beautiful, precious, gracious woman I've ever met. Loves the Lord, loves her husband, just loves all over the people that are around her. She just quietly goes about serving and loving people. And they take the term shepherd of the flock very seriously. My husband and I were just talking about that they are the example of how we are to shepherd and love others, and especially pastors. And so what a blessing that is. So if you guys do not study the feasts, or you do not follow the feast, I would encourage you, when we get to heaven, that's probably going to be the holidays we're going to do, but just don't trust me. Go read somebody else's. There's lots of great books out there. Arnold Fruchtenbaum, I could just give you a ton of them. But, and there's some really basic ones you could get for homeschooling, that we had through homeschooling, and where you can study the feast. So I highly recommend that. All right, guys, I just keep babbling on. I love you guys. As much as I love you, Jesus loves you so much more. Keep seeking Him, serving Him, and loving Him. And just know He never leaves you. He never forsakes you. So, yeah, hold tight to that. All right, friends, I love you. I will talk to you Friday evening. This will probably post on Wednesday. I'm filming it Monday, post it Wednesday, and then Friday I'll be back with the kit, Lord willing, and the crate don't rise. But, yeah, remember James, he tells us, Lord willing, Lord willing. So, yes, Lord willing. All right, friends, I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.